Hello and welcome to this video. My name is ActiQ, and in this video I want to talk about the Completionist Cape requirements that were released with the Elf City, and I kind of want to make a review on them. So when I'm recording this video, I have completed all the other Completionist Cape requirements other than the Elder 3, and if I get that done by the time I need to render this video, I will show you the clip of me getting the Completionist Cape back. So with the Elf City, Jagex released shitloads of Completionist Cape requirements, and I completely agree with this. It's a huge piece of content and Jagex wants us to engage with it since we are the completionist. But Jagex also released a lot of time sink requirements which have nothing to do with the Elf City and that are designed to sink time on people that want to get their Completionist Cape back really fast. So there are a couple of them, and the things that I found the most annoying were the Dark Beast assignments and killing the 1000 elves. So I've had 99 Slayer for a very long time, and that is a Completionist Cape requirement. So I have zero understanding why do I need to do 8 Dark Beast tasks with the Slayer Master in the Elf City. That makes no sense at all. Maybe if I would have made like only 5 tasks or 10 tasks with the new Slayer Master, that would be a bit more understandable, but to get 8 Dark Beast tasks, that's just sinking the people's Slayer points and making them spend a lot of time grinding the Completionist Cape requirements. Now this is not a Completionist Cape requirement for the rest of the people, since the people that are not comped before the Elf City, they will have done the Dark Beast tasks by the time they wanna get the Completionist Cape. So this is just a useless time sink for the people that have grinded more in the game in the previous time. So better than trying to get 8 Dark Beast tasks from the new Slayer Master would have been just complete 3 Slayer tasks with the new Master. I think that's engaging enough with the Elf City, and that way you kinda get the hang of the new Slayer Master. But to get 8 Dark Beast tasks makes zero sense to me at all. Another useless time sink requirement was the 1000 Kadarn elves. Why do I have to kill 1000 elves right now to get my Completionist Cape back, when it's just a regular Slayer assignment and over time you will easily kill thousands and thousands of elves? And again, it's hardly any Completionist Cape requirement for the people that are not comped yet, and they will get comped later on, since if they do the more Brand Slayer tasks, they will kill 1000 elves by the time they get the Completionist Cape. So it's another time sink for the already comped people. Why? I think we would have gotten the idea that you can kill elves in the Elf City if the requirement would have been like kill 100 elves. But instead, Jagex wants you to sit there for at least 2 hours, maybe closer to 3 hours, just to kill elves, just to get your Completionist Cape back. Makes no sense to me at all. My point is that something simpler should have been the Completionist Cape requirement for all the houses. I think the Completionist Cape requirement for the Treyharn was kind of okay, where you just collected 100 of the new ore, and I think you needed to smelt it as well. That was not too long, and with that you got kind of the idea what you can do with this family. The reason why I'm ranting about this Completionist Cape requirements is that I think that there should be some kind of a difference between a Completionist Cape requirement and a trimmed Completionist Cape requirement, since I feel that the trimmed ones should be the grinding ones and the Completionist Cape requirement should be something that forces you to engage with new content. So if you engage with new content, you get the Completionist Cape done, and if you grind the new content, then you get the trimmed Completionist Cape requirement done. To moan a bit less and to give Jagex a bit more credit, I think there were good ones as well, like requiring you to complete the special assignment from Morvran. That's, I think, it's a good Completionist Cape requirement, and if it would have been so that you can get the Morvran's challenge from your first 5 tasks, let's say, then it would make a lot of sense to require you to do some Slayer assignments, then you do the special challenge, and then you complete Rush of Blood, and that's enough Completionist Cape requirements for the Iron World family. But instead of making something like that, Jagex insisted to get us some kind of a time sink into the game and to get the 8 Dark Beast assignments. Another thing that's kind of weird with the Completionist Cape requirements, in my opinion, is that I've heard at least some rumors that Jagex is going to nerf the Rush of Blood, and Jagex is also going to nerf the more rounds challenge. So Rush of Blood will be easier and you don't need to kill Araxor for the special challenge. And I think that's kind of bad, because why release something that's so difficult when it comes first to the game and then make it easier after 1 week when everybody who wanted to really hard get their Completionist Cape back have synced their time, have learned how to do the Rush of Blood, and perhaps even borrowed some weapons from their friends because they didn't have level 90 weaponry. My last rant about the Elf City requirements is planting the trees, planting a spirit tree and planting an elder tree. That's just another useless, makes no sense at all Completionist Cape requirement. I think better requirements for those would have been to learn to get the ability to plant the spirit tree, the third spirit tree, and just simply to plant the elder tree, not to wait for the elder tree to spawn, and then if you forgot to pay for the elder tree like I did, then maybe plant the second elder tree. That's bad. I think it would have been better to just give the Completionist Cape requirement by planting the tree and also gaining the ability to plant the next spirit tree. So more than anything, I hope that Jagex takes these things into consideration when they do the Completionist Cape requirements for the second patch of the Elf City. I don't think we should have useless time sinks in the Completionist Cape requirements. I think the requirement should be around involving with the new content rather than forcing you to do multiple Slayer tasks which you have done already in the past. We can only hope that Jagex takes this into consideration. However, with Jagex's past, for example what they did with the Daemonheim tasks and people needed to complete the Fremennik sagas again, I think that was horrible, so I have no expectations whatsoever. I will get my Completionist Cape back with the second patch as well, but I think the second patch is going to include Completionist Cape requirements that are only about syncing your time and much less about just finding out about the new content. I'm sorry this video came out as such a rant, but this is just something that I feel really passionate about. If you like this video, please leave it a like. If you disagree with me, I'd like to hear your opinion about this. Other than that, I thank you for watching this video and I will see you in my next video.